Hey everybody, this is Paul Moore coming at you from Live the Dream in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with one of the industry leaders, Nicole. And had the good fortune of meeting Nicole yesterday and hearing her talk, which was really inspiring. And one thing I wanted to ask you was something that really struck me was when you talked about being a first generation immigrant or second generation immigrant and the sort of adversity, personal adversity you had triumphed over and gone through. So for anyone out there who is going through an adversity or a challenge or conflict or is at a tough spot, what could you say to help inspire, but also what helped your own transformation into manifesting?
You know, that's a good question because I've been talking to a lot of people at this event, Paul. A lot of people are hurt. It's a part of life. And then with us being in this so-called recession, the reality is people are going through some form of transition. But with the experiences I had, I was just sharing it with somebody, especially in the industry that we're in internet marketing, we learn the power of marketing and the power of a story. And when you think about a good movie, it always has a great storyline. And so what happened for me when I went through my challenges was that I began to see this picture of a movie happening and thinking to myself, gosh, it's getting good. Like, this is going to be the best movie ever. Because the worse it got, the deeper it became, the greater the storyline was being developed. And so, I talk a lot about purpose. I talk a lot about passion because when you are going through life and trying to discover who you really are, the challenging moments is what brings out the greatness in you. That's what brings out who you really are. It informs that character. And there's a quote that I say, you guys hear that noise? See, they're rallying up here, guys. This is an amazing, amazing event. But there's a quote that I say that I learned in college when I was going through some struggles in. It says, don't be afraid of pressure. Pressure is what turns a lump of coal into a diamond. And if you really want to be refined, if you really want to grow, if you really want to live your ultimate life and reach your maximum potential, you have to accept the challenges in life and know that it's a part of your story, but that you're always going to have a happy ending if you press through it. Otherwise, you can get stuck right there and the story can end right in the midst of your challenge. So it's a choice. Like we talked about yesterday, you can choose to live the dream by overcoming those challenges and pressing through them, or you can watch somebody else live theirs while holding on to those fears of whatever caused you to, get stuck there. You end up getting stuck in that challenge and watching other people live theirs and live your life bitter and regretting that you didn't do something. So that's what I would say, guys. Know that you are a diamond, but you have to go through the pressure. You got to go through the heat to be refined. You're going to grow. You have a purpose, or else you would not have been on this earth. Just pursue that purpose. Figure out what you really want to do, who you really want to be, where you really want to go, and go for it. And all the challenges that you face, I tell people, use fear like adrenaline. Fear is not going to be removed. You cannot escape the idea of fear. It's just going to be there. Okay? But the key is repurposing your fear and making it your adrenaline. Just like if a pit bull was looking you in the face and about to bite you, you'll find that strength in your fear to run. You got to run through the brick walls of your challenges to get to the other side, guys. So that's what I would share.
That's great. Can I ask you one
Sure,
more question?
Absolutely.
Okay, that was great. Tracy mentioned something about being a powerful woman, and maybe for all the women who are watching, what have you found to be the most challenging thing about becoming a woman of power or in a position of power, and how to use that in a really
That's a good question because women we do so much stuff. I mean, we're seriously multitaskers, whether you're married, single, a parent, or not. Women tend to take on a lot of responsibilities. And then we're very emotional beings and we tend to neglect ourselves. And I think a lot of times we bury our purpose by pursuing to help other people with theirs. Or even men. Yeah, we especially wives and moms, you forget about yourself, you want to help your kids, you help your husband, and you don't really know who you want to be or pursue that. You just kind of let it go. I would just say that the thing about being a woman and in this position that we're in is knowing when to cut everything else off and take care of you. Because if you don't, nobody else will. And if I can say anything to any woman out there right now who keeps putting off what you want to do, know that you'll stay in the same place 5 years from now if you don't make a change, if you don't put yourself on as the priority. I even learned that about money. They say pay yourself first. It's the same thing. Take care of yourself first, and then you'll be able to take it. And one more analogy, when you're on the plane, and they give you the mask analogy, the mask explanation that says, hey, if anything happens, make sure you put the mask on yourself first before you put it on somebody else. Otherwise, when you die, you can't even save them if they're not able to take care of themselves. So you got to take care of you.
You you're supposed to do it before your own child, I think, on the plan,
Do it
right?
before your own
That's what
child.
they
That's
say.
the point.
That's what they say.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem, Paul. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Great. Well, bye, guys. Tell them where they can find you, Paul.
Oh, you can find me at paulhmore.com. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Awesome. Bye, guys.